All right, let's check out the new Atari 2600 Plus Pac-Man edition. It's coming out in October. So let's pre-order now. I like the yellow. Oh, I guess all the ghosts light up too, in addition to the Atari logo there. Oh, we got a yellow joystick with Pac-Man on the top. Includes the Pac-Man double feature cartridge with a 7800 version of Pac-Man. And then you've got the 4 different ghost colors for the joysticks, the wireless joysticks. October 31st, 2025. Why is that coming out on Halloween? All right, looks like it's going for $169.99, or as I like to say, 170 bucks. Includes a pretty faithful looking version of the original Pac-Man game. Looks a little bit different. You've got the cherries and strawberries and the fruit there on the side instead of on the bottom. Also, the score is a little bit into the game, but you know, that's cool. I like the box. And you got the Pac-Man double feature game. And then you've got the Pac-Man joystick, the yellow Pac-Man joystick. It's kind of neat though, if you look around the edges there, they don't have the little hash marks anymore. They have the little Pac-Man dots and the power pellets. And then it includes the infamous 2600 version of Pac-Man. And it has that happy Pac-Man face from the Atari 2600 version of the game. It's a .eat.world. Check out the joystick here. Play Pac-Man and other retro games and all their blooded. It's almost, it's like a blood red colored joystick, so I was trying to say blooded. Red joystick is inspired by Blinky. Includes 2 wireless adapters, USB-A to connect your PC. Wow, so you can hook this up to your computer and play? That's kind of interesting. I wonder if that would work with emulators and stuff like that. And a DB9 to connect to the Atari Plus systems and also original game consoles. So you get yourself a wireless joystick that works with PCs and original hardware. That's cool. Oh, okay, there's the 2 different dongles. You got your USB one right there, and then you got your DB9 one right there. That's pretty cool. That's going for 40 bucks. And then we have this other collection, this high score collection, 7800, that includes Pac-Man. I love how they use the 2600 artwork there on there. Xevious, Galaga, and Dig Dug. I kind of like the cartridge boxes. They're pretty nice. Kind of match the game. And that's going for 170 bucks for that collection. And then if you want, you can just get the games by themselves. Of course, you got Galaga for the 7800, Dig Dug, Xevious, and of course Pac-Man double feature. And all of those games are going for $35. The way I understand it with the Pac-Man double feature is that it uses the dip switches like on some of the other cartridges. This is my 4-in-1 Paddle Games cartridge. So based on this screenshot here, it looks like Galaga is just like the original Galaga game with no improvements. That's kind of too bad. I wish they would have made the graphics a little bit more arcade accurate. Same thing with Dig Dug. It's just the original 7800 game. And Xevious, the original 7800 game. Which, of course, you can get these, on eBay or in a local game store or whatever if you want for a couple bucks. But trying to get the box, that might be a little bit more challenging. So it's nice that they are including a box and I presume a manual and probably those little cardboard sleeves. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good way to celebrate Pac-Man's 45th anniversary with a 2600 Plus. I only kind of wish that they would use like a 7800 on a chip or something like that instead of this emulation box that they've been selling for the past couple of years. I mean, emulation is great, except that it doesn't always work. So if they had a 7800 on a chip, that would be 100% compatible with every game. Also, you wouldn't have to have the load times that you get with a lot of these systems these days. That's one of the frustrating things with these systems is that you got to wait for the games to load. You plug the game in and takes forever for it to load. But I would say if you didn't already have a 2600 Plus, or you really like to collect things, this might be a good option for you. Gotta say, I'm kind of digging the joysticks. Might have to pick up a couple of those. All right, well, that's the 2600 Plus Pac-Man edition. That includes the Pac-Man double feature cartridge and a yellow wireless joystick. So are you planning to get one of these Atari 2600 Plus Pac-Man edition systems? If you are, please let me know down in the comments. Till then, I want to thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time. I don't know. Got a hankering to play Pac-Man collection now.